Okay, let me try to stop this thing from shaking. So a couple things I'm going to show you in this video. I think this video I'm just going to do, actually I'm just going to make it a small one and just do the focus on this right here. So obviously you guys have seen this guy, which is the Zugo case, which I think is amazing. Or Zugu maybe, which I think is a very sturdy, amazing case. Like if you just need one for the iPad mini, it's really good. They're good for the iPad Pros and all of them really. But the one thing it lacks that I don't have that I kind of want is a keyboard. And another thing I didn't like about it had to do with, let's see if I can find something to make this easy to show you. Here we go. When I was trying to plug a dongle into the other one, they built so much rubber pieces around this, so it would be sometimes certain pieces would fit and certain ones wouldn't. Now this is the Apple one, and you can see it's still loose. It's just the way it is, but at least it goes. It's a lot easier to put it in, take it out and stuff. The other one was extremely complicated. For some reason, certain cables didn't work. I had to have certain cables work, certain cables wouldn't work. They wouldn't hold, they would fall out. It was just a pain in the butt is what it was. But this case, because the cutout is nice here, even the cutout for the power button, so it makes it so much easier. They have an up and down arrow here for your volume, so that's cool. Trackpad, you can see it on there, I believe. It probably would be better if I turn the light off. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better. I got a little light pollution because I got a TV on over here too. I'd have to turn off a lot of stuff to make it work. But the idea was just to show you. So it runs smooth. The clicking is pretty good. Let's open Koala. Boom. So you can see. A little drum and bass I was trying to work on. This is what I like it for. It's even better in Drombo because Drombo has more things that you can use the keys for. But of course, you got start and stop. You can use the space bar. You can use all the pads by using these 4 right here on up, right, and it covers their 16 pads. The mute button is programmed to the B. The solo is here, so you could have it going. Solo. Right. Hold down the B or the N to mute solo, and then press the corresponding key that represents the pad. So it's a lot less touching on the screen, which actually might be helpful in a lot of ways for showing you this screen, because a lot of times, unless I'm using a controller, it can get pretty, my fingers on this little bitty pad can be crazy. The other thing it does it really well is it has the ability to turn. You can see here, you can turn. So let's say you don't want the keyboard right now, but you just want to use the iPad. You can set it flat. Okay. So you got that. You can set it up like this if you want. Watch a movie. Turn it back around. The charge for it is right here. It's Bluetooth. There's a power button. It has your 3 lights, which is charge, the caps lock. So if you turn the cap lock, you can see it comes on. And this is your pairing button down here. The charge button thing is there. And it fits nice. And you can see it's literally, there's nothing hold. It's standing like that. So I can tilt back pretty far before it rocks, which is pretty good. I mean, right there is a comfortable spot where it won't rock too bad. And you can see the light from the overhead is on there. But anyway, whatever. Just wanted to show you this. This keyboard is amazing. It is, and I know you probably, like, all this time I'm talking, wondering what in the world. There's your cutout on the back. It is fingerprint magnet. particularly the outer portions, obviously, of it. But it works really well. I have no complaints on that. And to get you the name, I would love to just tell you I know the name, but my brain can't think of it right now. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to grab the box and tell you. And this is not a sponsored video. This is just me showing you something that I bought personally that I'm using. It does come with a nice charge cable inside, which I did not pull out, and a user guide, which I think is actually pretty handy. I did not pull that out either. Some of the user stuff is on the keyboard itself. So you can see it tells you about the different finger positions. Like you can do a simple finger click. There's all kinds of motions here. I need to probably look at this now that I think about it and start learning the two different things you can do. Some of this may not apply to the iPad. I'm not sure what works. I mean, doesn't apply to the iPad. Of course it applies to it. It's an iPad carrying case. I'm not sure what works and doesn't work. I'll have to look and see. But yeah, some of these key commands I don't really know. But you can see it goes in seven. I think it's 7 different positions they call it, like the 180. Of course, it has the 360. You can use it flat, close it, tablet mode sort of thing going on. Oh, and they have what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 colors, I think it is. The opening up here, this is my one gripe if I had one. This is great because it's open for the magnet, but the problem is the pin, when you go to open it, because you have to grab it, it's like it does weigh a little bit more than normal cases would weigh because you have something extra on there. There is a light. Let's see if I can get it to come on. I have it on green, but if you hit the light switch and move the up or down, you can move through colors. So that's pretty cool. I know that. Yeah, I like green, so I leave it on green. I'm trying to get you the name, but I did buy it on Amazon. I think what I'll do is I'll put I don't have an affiliate link because I don't really get paid to do this, but I will put it in the I'll put it in the description. I think that'll be the best way because then people will keep asking me anyway. What's the name of it again? What's the name of it? But check the description. I'll put names in there. If I don't put the link in the description, then that would be a good time to ask me at that point. But I will put it in there purposely just so nobody has to ask me. You can turn this thing pretty far, but you never want to go past 180 is what they're saying. So flat is fine. Anything when you start trying to go past that, you might break the hinge. So in other words, what I mean by that is that's your point where you stop. It's pretty much just flat. You start trying to bend back here, you're going to break it. It doesn't work like that. So, and if you need to turn it for somebody else to see it, that's kind of the cool thing about having the hinge, right? You can turn it around. Of course, got to be careful, don't hit stuff with your finger, but you can disable the, what is it? The trackpad. So I believe it's function and the shift bar. So is this, and now the trackpad won't work. So you don't have to worry about hitting it. Yeah, and there it is back. So that's kind of cool to be able to turn it on and off. In fact, it shows it right there. But yeah, if you hit the FN, which I guess is like a function button, and then press it, it'll do that. The FN works for a few things, like turning on the Bluetooth and off the Bluetooth pairing, if you want to do that, or if you want to switch your input method, you can use command in that. So right here, this little, let me see if you can see it here, gives you those little shortcuts. For all the rest of the shortcuts and things that go on, you need to have this little booklet, which doesn't really, oh no, it gives you the overview right there. See, it gives you an overview of, see if I can get that close, of how you can do. Some of the stuff is pretty simple. Like if you want to change the function, the brightness of the, then it's like function and then the light button up here. Where is it? Some of the functions are right here. Where's that button at? Function and the brightness. Oh, this one. Yeah. So let's see. So see, you can change how bright the keyboard is. That's some of the stuff. This function here changes the brightness on your actual iPad. That makes sense. So you got this one and this one. I mean, it changes the volume, not the brightness. What am I talking about? I think this one is a mute button. Yeah, so function here, and it's a mute. So you have all these things you can do on it. The keys are small, okay? I have big hands, so you can't really compare. But I will say this, for the trackpad, even though it's small, it actually works really well. I mean, it's enough space. I don't even know what this does when you do this, but I don't think it does anything in Koala. Oh, no, it does. That's weird. Let me see if I can. So when I do this here, it's moving. Hold on. Did it just change the bars on me? It sure did. That's so interesting. I think I had this at 4. Let me go back in, see what it did here. Wow. So don't do that. At least not in Koala, right? I just messed that up. If you use this like the most certain motions, it obviously changes the bars. And then that'll mess it up, because I don't think, yeah, see, it took out, like, I don't know how it took out the first chord. That's so weird. So I'm not sure what that thing is doing, to be honest with you, but don't do it. Let's see. So that's weird. All right, for sure that's crazy. Let's see if I go here. So weird that it took that out. Load, discard changes. I'm gonna see if I load it back, if I'll get what I had back. I think it did, fixed it. Yeah, it fixed it. All right, good. Don't do that then. So whatever that gesture is, don't do it. If you want your, let's see, on here, what does it say it does? Oh, it's to zoom in and out of pictures and web pages. So yeah, don't use it in Koala though. That's for sure. It looks like I had it at 8 bars. That could be part of the reason. But yeah, don't do it in Koala. Anyway, all right, I am done here with this video. I have spent 13 minutes. This device is really cool. It's definitely a keeper. It's not super cheap. I think it's around $60, $65 maybe at the most. But if you catch it on sale, or if you got some type of discount for Amazon, whatever, then it's worth the grab if you got the mini. I think it's a cool keyboard. I think it's a great mouse. I'll show it at some other point. I'll show you what it's like with I'll just show it to you now. Why not? We're already in the video, right? With Drombo. So that's a forest sound going on. So what's cool about Drombo that I've learned is that everything just about is mappable. So I'm not going to use everything personally. I like to use play and record, of course. So I map play to the space bar, and then the record to this button right here, the question mark. And then I did the mutes on the tracks. I'm not worried about the master as much as I am the tracks itself. Just being able to do it. And I just did like Z mute. So all my mutes are here. All my solos are here. And I just think that's a good way to go. So if I'm playing like here, I can kind of just go in and out. You could do this with AUM probably, maybe, as I think AUM does the QWERTY keyboard stuff. So it's kind of nice if you want. Because it's really hard to be accurate on the actual screen with stuff. Well, at least with my fingers, I feel like it is. So having something like this where it's just close and you can do simple dropouts live, I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to show you this keyboard and this situation, and I think it's really cool. The next video I'm going to do is going to be about the EQ and Koala. I think that's a new thing that just came out today, and I'll show you what I see or what I think and what I like and dislike. All right, I'm out.